Hello everyone and welcome to the introduction video on the Leash Reactivity course. My name is Michael Wilkes and I'm going to be guiding you throughout this entire training course. Now I have a lot of things written behind me on the whiteboard. Let's go through everything one at a time. Number one, I'd just like to start off by giving you a big warm welcome to the course, right? So welcome to the course. You're officially inside and I'm very happy and excited that you're here. It means that your dog is about to start getting real, genuine, and authentic help from you, its owner, which is something that it desperately wants and desperately needs, right? So welcome to the course. I'm very excited and happy that you're here. Also, congratulations on making the decision to purchase this course, right? As we go through the course, you're gonna see for yourself, this is gonna be hands down the best investment decision you've ever made when it comes to learning how to lead your dog and train your dog. So once again, welcome to the course and congratulations on purchasing it. Number two, I'd like to talk to you about my training philosophy and my training methodology. Okay, so let's start with my training philosophy. What do we want to work towards in order to be successful when we're training our dogs and leading our dogs? What do I want for my dog, my clients' dogs, and your dog as you go through the course one video at a time, right? The first part is that we want to always work towards our dogs seeing us as a source of leadership and accountability, love and comfort, and trust and safety. However, most dog owners give more than enough love and comfort to their dogs, trust and safety, which is good. We want your dog to see you as a source of love and comfort, trust and safety. But most dog owners are therefore not seen as a source of leadership and accountability, which naturally translates to a lack of respect from the dog. And when I say lack of respect, I don't mean your dog disrespects you. I mean lack of respect as in like they don't listen to you, pay attention, or do as you ask, okay? And that's because you're not practicing leadership on a day-to-day basis. What you're mostly practicing is giving love and comfort, trust, and safety to your dog, which is good. We want that, but we also want our dogs to see us as a source of leadership and accountability. It prevents a lot of problems from happening, okay? And a lot of people sometimes want to know, how do I become the dog's leader? How do I become the alpha or the dominant one in the relationship? It's not by being rough and tough and being angry sometimes when you're mad or something. That's not at all how you do it. The way you become seen as a source of leadership and accountability in your relationship with your dog is by changing your daily tendencies and practicing daily leadership, guidance, communication, giving instructions, and giving feedback to your dog. When you take that leadership position and you do it by changing your tendencies from what you do from morning to night, because as we go through this course, I'm going to install a whole bunch of new tendencies for you to start doing and doing properly, right? So when you change your daily tendencies and start actually practicing leadership, practicing giving guidance and good communication and instructions to your dog automatically has no choice but to start seeing you as a source of leadership, accountability, and structure, okay? So that's the first aspect of my training philosophy. The second aspect of my training philosophy is that we want to fulfill all of our dog's needs, all right? Now, I love my dog, you love your dog. Of course, we want to work towards fulfilling all of their needs. Now, a dog has a lot of needs like food, water, shelter, and a whole bunch of other things, but I listed 5 key needs here that they absolutely need, and that, by the way, we will fulfill for them as we go through the course one video at a time. So their first need is that they need a leader or leaders. Okay, a dog can have more than just one leader that they fully love, trust, and respect, okay? We absolutely have to be our dog's leader in this world. If we don't do this, the dog could go through life feeling alone, distrusting of people, and perhaps scared, okay? So we want to make sure that we install good leadership, and multiple people can be a dog's leader, which I recommend. The dog should have multiple people that it loves, trusts, and respects. The second need that they have that we want to fulfill is they need to learn what the boundaries, rules, and expectations are in life, in and out of the house, okay? This is very important to do for our dogs. Otherwise, if we don't do this, our dogs go through life with no clarity, feeling confused and frustrated because they don't know what's expected of them. As we ask them to do things and we want them to do stuff, they look at us and go, what do you want from me? I don't know what's going on. You've never installed clear boundaries, rules, and expectations for the dog. And that goes for everything. Feeding time, walking time, impulse control, outings in nature, outings in public distractive environments. Everything that we do with our dogs, we want to install good boundaries, rules, and expectations. That way our dog lives with a lot of clarity and order as opposed to chaos. The third need that we want to help fulfill for our dogs is their need to be socialized and desensitized to everything in this world. This is crucial to do. If we don't do this for our dogs can become or remain scared, fearful, nervous, skittish, or overwhelmed when they finally do see something that they've never seen before. It's very important that we socialize and desensitize our dogs to everything in this world. That way they move through the world calmly with reassurance. Number 4, they need mental stimulation through things like engagement, training, routines, exercise, long line loose leash walking, and outings in new places, okay? If we don't mentally stimulate our dogs, life is boring and always the same, okay? We want to change it up. We want to start adding new components to their life. And lastly, number 5, they need to mature, grow, and develop their emotional and mental strength through things like challenges and being out of their comfort zone. So as you go through the course, one video at a time, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna be challenging your dog and taking them out of their comfort zone, because right now your dog's lounging around doing nothing all day long. As we start to change that, as we start to change your daily tendencies with the videos I'm going to be showing you and getting you to practice leadership, guidance, and communication every day, your dog's naturally going to see you as a source of leadership and accountability. It's going to calm them down. They're going to learn boundaries and rules about a whole bunch of different things, and we're going to take them out socializing, desensitizing them to the world, mentally stimulating them, and so many other things. So this is my training philosophy, everyone. It's what's best for the dog. I have my dog's best intention at heart as I train him, live with him, and coexist with him. I love my dog, and I want the exact same thing for you and your dog as you go through this course. Doing all of this will create a dog who's well behaved and feeling calm, relaxed, secure, and confident in any situation, environment, or scenario, which is what we want, and it's what our dogs want as well, okay? Our dogs want to go through life feeling calm, relaxed, secure, and confident. They want to go through life with an understanding of boundaries and what's expected of them through our good communication and our good leadership, all right? So that essentially is my training philosophy. Number 3, I want to talk to you about my training methodology, my training approach, and my training mindset. When it comes to my training methodology, essentially it's this right here, okay? It's very simple, and it starts with what you're seeing here, the 7 key fundamentals. Now, the 7 key fundamentals is what features next in the course. Right now, we're at the introduction part of the course. The very next thing that you're gonna learn about is the 7 key fundamentals in great detail. We're gonna go through each key fundamental one at a time so you can see how things are done right and how things are done wrong. And the 7 key fundamentals have nothing to do with your dog and have everything to do with you, meaning your feet, your legs, your movement, your motion, your arm, your elbow, your hand, your leash, your positioning, your head, your eyes, your verbal communication. What are you doing? When are you doing it? And how are you doing it? It's very important that you see for yourself just how crucial it is that you learn how to lead and operate yourself properly when training your dog, right? So my training methodology first starts with us knowing how to do things properly. Then essentially my training methodology is composed of 3 things: leadership, positive reinforcement, and positive discouragement. That's it, all right? I'm gonna keep it really simple for you. When we're teaching our dogs something new, something that they don't know what to do or how to do, how are they gonna learn it? It starts with our leadership as we lead the way. We have to show them with our body movements, our engagement. We have to show them the way. We have to guide them properly. We have to instruct them the right way. And as we show them what we want, they're gonna be doing things properly and doing things incorrectly. When they do things properly, we have to positively reinforce, and when they do things incorrectly, we have to positively discourage. But we have to do these things properly and timely so that the dog learns quickly. So everything starts with good leadership when we're training our dogs, and then we properly positively reinforce and properly positively discourage the right things and the wrong things that they do so that they learn quick. And I'll show you exactly how to do that as we go through this course. So once we train the dog properly and they learn something, which takes no time at all, a minute or 2 or 3 or 4, and the dog understands what's going on, then my training approach is that we want to do repetitions and exposure in order to condition the dog to the behavior, right? So as you go through my course, I'm going to be continuously encouraging you to practice what you're learning on a daily basis, multiple times a day, so you condition the behavior, right? And then we want to increase the difficulty levels by changing the environment or adding the 3Ds. The 3Ds being distance, duration, and distractions. We want to add more distractions to our training to make sure that it's reliable everywhere, okay? So that's my training methodology. This is my training approach. Next is my training mindset. It's very important to have the right mindset during training, during leadership, and during dog ownership, all right? For example, I know that dogs love to be led, guided, communicated with, focused on, and attended to. I know this for sure because dogs lounge around all day and they don't do much. And when we pick up the leash and train them and show them things and they learn something and we're engaging them, they absolutely love it, okay? And when they get our full attention, it's a form of affection. It's a form of care, love, companionship, and friendship. Dogs want to spend time with us. They want to be engaged with us, right? Once we know this, let's start to have multiple training sessions every day, ranging from 2 to 3 minutes to 5 to 15 minutes long. And of course, the more the better. Do at least 5 training sessions per day before, during, or after anything. It could be before or after going for a walk, before or after supper, first thing in the morning, last thing before bed, whatever it is. You want to start having a whole bunch of training sessions multiple times a day, ranging from 2 to 3 minutes to 5 to 15 minutes. As you engage your dog, lead your dog, and focus on your dog, they absolutely love this. They then see you as a form of leadership and accountability. They then get desensitized and socialized to the world through good mental stimulation and all that kind of stuff, right? So thank you so much for watching this part of the course on my training philosophy and my training methodology. That's it in a nutshell. Number 3, I want to talk to you about and show you the roadmap to your success. In other words, what features in this course and how is this course laid out for you to go through in a step-by-step fashion that's going to allow you to be successful. So let's have a look at the roadmap to your success and the course layout. But first, I want to answer some questions for you that are very important for you to know. Number 1, why is your dog reactive? This is something that you're probably desperate to know the answer to. Why is your dog reactive, right? You're super concerned, walking your dog's unpleasant, it's stressful for both you and your dog, and you're wondering, why is my dog reactive? Here are 7 key reasons as to why your dog might be reactive, but I don't know your dog personally, and here's the good news. It doesn't matter why your dog is reactive. What's important is that we teach them boundaries and rules of how to behave in life so that they can go through life feeling a lot more calm and relaxed, and you as well, right? So here are 7 key reasons as to why your dog might be reactive. The first reason is your dog might have been bullied, attacked, or hurt by another dog and therefore had a bad experience. It's very common for dogs to go to a dog park, maybe get bullied and attacked a little bit, and within a week or so develop reactivity, okay? So that's one reason why your dog might be reactive. The other is that your dog might be very unfamiliar around dogs and very unsocialized around dogs. Therefore, very distrusting of dogs, very apprehensive to go towards them and apprehensive to have them come close. Therefore, they're a bit fearful and hesitant, okay? So unfamiliar and unsocialized is another reason why your dog might be reactive. The third reason might be a buildup of frustration and or excitement because your dog never meets other dogs, right? Imagine you're a dog who starts being reactive and then the owner goes, okay, I gotta keep you away from dogs now because you go crazy when you see dogs. And that just builds the frustration, builds the anticipation and the excitement and the arousal when they do see a dog because they never meet dogs, okay? So that could be another reason why your dog's reactive. Another reason might be them protecting themselves, okay? Oftentimes we think the dog is protecting us. No. They're protecting themselves because we're not stepping up and protecting them for them, okay? I'll explain more about that in just a moment. Or maybe your dog is territorial and aggressive and dominant and very confident, right? Some dogs are aggressive, okay? Yes, we can help them out of it. Yes, we can have them trust dogs and feel much better around dogs, but they're territorial, aggressive, dominant, and they are not scared to stand their ground, okay? So that could be another reason why your dog's displaying reactivity on the walks. The other reason might surprise you a little bit, but just hear me out for a moment, okay? They get something out of it. They get something out of it. It gives them some kind of access to pleasure, adrenaline, purpose, and an instinctual drive to do something that's very normal for them to do in terms of how they communicate and how they express themselves. Listen, everyone, dogs around the world bark. Anywhere you go, any city, any country, you're gonna see dogs barking in the windows, barking in the yard, barking on the leash. That's what dogs do. That's how they express themselves. It's very normal for them to communicate and express that kind of stuff, okay? There's plenty of videos online where you see these dogs being super reactive and aggressive with one another through a fence or a gate. And as that gate starts to open up slowly but surely, these dogs have a decision to make. Either continue being reactive and aggressive or go their own way. And you actually see them choosing to go their own way. But that's not to say that if you have 2 aggressive dogs and the gate opens that they wouldn't be aggressive with one another. They absolutely would, okay? But I'm just making a point that you see a lot of videos online where these dogs love being reactive and baring teeth and growling at one another through the safety of a fence, okay? And as soon as that fence opens up, they stop everything. Why? Because they know each other, they're good friends, they're brothers and sisters or whatever they are, or they're neighbors, and they enjoy doing this with one another. Why is that? Because it gives them access to feeling very normal. It's an instinctual drive. They feel like they have a purpose, defend themselves, be rough and tough and all that kind of stuff. That's what dogs do, guys. They bark, they growl, they're reactive, okay? That's how they communicate, that's how they express themselves. So let's not overthink reactivity. A lot of these dogs get pleasure and adrenaline and some kind of purpose out of doing it. And the last reason why your dog might be reactive, which is in my opinion the most common reasons why dogs are reactive, is because they have never been told no properly. No, you can't do that. No, you don't need to do that. And no, you don't need to feel this way, okay? No, you can't be aggressive. No, you don't need to protect yourself. No, you don't need to feel distrusting, apprehensive, fearful, and hesitant about other dogs, okay? That's the common reason why dogs are reactive. Dogs are more than able to learn the rules of what's expected of them, but nobody's ever told them no properly. Rest assured, in this course, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Number 2, let's have a look at what reactivity is not. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and I want you to be very clear about what reactivity most likely is and what reactivity is not. So for example, it's not a mental disorder. Don't believe anybody who tells you otherwise. Your dog doesn't need drugs or medication. And if ever you've tried this, you've noticed it didn't help at all, okay? Your dog does not have a mental disorder. Also, it's not a deeply rooted emotional or psychological fear, okay? There is nothing deeply rooted in your dog with some kind of scarring emotional psychological fear that's causing them to bark and lunge when they're out walking, okay? That's not it at all. It's also not them sensing your stress, anxiety, or fear. A lot of dog owners think, I feel like my dog can sense my fear, therefore they're reactive. No, it's not true. If you went out right now with your dog feeling calm and confident, your dog would still be reactive. Also, it's not them protecting you. This is a big one. Oftentimes people will say, I feel stressed, anxious, and fearful when I'm walking my dog. I feel like my dog can pick up on that, and therefore they feel like they have to protect me. No. It's much more likely that the dog is protecting themselves, not protecting you. And the reason that they're protecting themselves is because you're not stepping up and protecting them for them. Okay, they're not protecting you, they're protecting themselves because nobody's leading, okay? And of course, throughout this course, I'm gonna show you exactly how to change all this, okay? But it's not them protecting you. Also, it's not something you fix with food or treats. If ever you've tried this, you realize it doesn't work at all. If ever you've hired other trainers who worked with food and treats to try and stop your dog's reactivity, you know how badly that failed, okay? You do not fix this with food and treats. You can use food and treats after your dog's behaving calmly around dogs and making the right choices, absolutely. But you're not gonna fix it by just putting a piece of cheese cream or a piece of cheese or liver by the dog's nose, even if the dog's 100 yards away. You're not gonna fix it like that, okay? I'll explain to you how we fix it in just a moment. And lastly, what reactivity is not, it's not something you avoid discouraging. You sometimes read articles about how they say, don't correct your dog, don't discourage your dog, always use positive reinforcement to help them through their emotional fear and all this kind of stuff. No. We're gonna discourage this behavior properly. We're also gonna positively reinforce all the right choices and good decisions that they make afterwards, but we do not avoid discouraging it. We have to tell the dog no properly, okay? So that's what reactivity is not. Number 3, let's have a look at how to make your dog's reactivity worse. There's only 2 things you can do to make your dog's reactivity worse. The first one is this, never addressing it. You sweep it under the carpet, you ignore it, you live with it, you tell yourself whatever you need to tell yourself to feel good as to why you're doing what you're doing, but you never address it. That's the worst thing you can do because your dog's gonna go through life constantly experiencing aggression, reactivity, fear, all that kind of stuff on every single walk. That's not pleasant for both you and your dog. Okay? The other way that you can make your dog's reactivity worse is by following unhelpful advice on the internet, and there's plenty out there, or following inefficient trainers, inefficient techniques, or inefficient methods, okay? That's how you make it worse because you're delaying actually helping your dog. That's how you make it worse, so don't do that. So the 4th question is, how do you fix, change, and solve your dog's reactivity? Essentially, it's these 5 points here, okay? First, you need to change the dynamics between you and your dog. Your dog needs to start seeing you as someone who's in charge, leading, and communicating properly. In this course, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. Second thing is this, you need to change your habits, tendencies, and mindsets that aren't beneficial, helpful, or productive. Once again, as you go through the course, video by video, we're gonna start installing new tendencies in you, start practicing daily so that your dog can actually see you as someone in charge, leading, and communicating properly, all right? And you wanna follow the course outline. Be consistent, okay? Follow the course, be consistent, take everything seriously, but also have fun, relax, study the videos, rewatch them if you have to, and film yourself when you're training your dog. It's what's gonna allow you to improve the fastest, all right? Now, here's how we really stop your dog's reactivity. It's these 2 points here listed in orange, okay? The first thing is this, we are going to teach your dog to walk and heel perfectly. To teach a dog to heel means to teach a dog to walk right next to you perfectly, right? We are going to teach your dog to walk and heel perfectly through a 6-phase process in my course that's going to allow your dog to walk calmly past other dogs. That's how you stop reactivity, everyone. It's not by distracting them with treats. It's not by being calm and relaxed and not feeling insecure or fearful when you're holding the leash. It's about teaching your dog to walk right next to you perfectly. A dog cannot lunge and be reactive if they're walking right next to us, all right? When dogs react, they lunge forward and they pull at the end of the leash. It's very important that they learn they cannot do that in any scenario or environment or situation, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to do that through a 6-phase process in my course that you're gonna go through one step at a time, right? The second thing we're gonna do is we are going to socialize, familiarize, and desensitize your dog to other dogs up close and personal with close proximity so that your dog can meet other dogs, greet other dogs, smell other dogs, see other dogs and enjoy being around other dogs. Therefore, their fear goes down, their distrust goes down, and they become familiar, desensitized, and social, okay? That's how I'm gonna help you in this course. We're gonna do a whole bunch of leadership exercises. You're gonna learn a whole bunch of good stuff to do with your dog daily, and then we're gonna teach your dog to walk beautifully, and we're gonna socialize them up close with dogs, and we are going to discourage all bad and unwanted choices and behaviors. Okay, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that, how to tell them no properly, and essentially, this is how we stop reactivity. Now let's have a look at the roadmap to your success and how the course is laid out. So I have a lot of things written behind me on the whiteboard. We'll go through everything one at a time, but essentially these 7 things here is what's going to allow you to be successful in helping your dog, okay? Number 1 is this: trust the process. I've been doing this for a very long time, training dogs and coaching owners. I know the kind of process you need to go through to learn slowly but surely, okay? So trust the process. Number 2 is this: go through the course step by step diligently. Number 3, you want to improve your 7 key fundamental skills, all right? So right now we're at the introduction video in the education part of the course. The very next topic is the 7 key fundamentals, which has everything to do with you from your head down to your toes. It has nothing to do with your dog. The 7 key fundamentals has everything to do with you, and it's very important that you improve your 7 key fundamental skills as you learn about them and go through the course. Number 4, you want to study the videos, you want to take notes, and you want to follow the instructions, examples, and demonstrations perfectly. And of course, you want to practice and do lots of repetitions. Number 5, you film yourself during training. It's what's going to allow you to improve the fastest, all right? So as you go through the course, you're going to notice that, of course, I'm being filmed by my clients when I'm training their dogs, but I'm also filming my clients when they're training their dogs. And you're gonna see how quickly my clients improve as I coach them from behind the camera. So when it's your turn to start training your dog, make sure you film yourself. Set your camera up somewhere in your house so that you can see what you're doing and what you look like. That way you can improve the next time you try. It's very important. It's what's gonna allow you to improve the fastest. Number 6, be consistent and apply everything that you learn daily before, during, or after anything. So as you go through the course and you start to learn one thing, then another, then another, then another, start applying everything that you learn daily before, during, or after going for a walk with your dog, before, during, or after supper, or cleaning up, or watching a movie, or whatever it is. Start having a lot of mini little training sessions throughout the day. 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there, 5 minutes there. It's very important that your dog starts to get a lot of leadership from you on a daily basis, okay? So be consistent and apply everything that you learn daily. And lastly, number 7, look for the email invite that I've sent you for the Facebook group that I've created for leadership-based dog training, okay? This Facebook group is going to be a community of dog owners just like yourself with the exact same struggles. And it's a place to share concerns, ask questions, or post success stories, okay? I'm going to be sometimes chiming in and helping you guys with your issues, concerns, of actual videos that you're showing me what kind of problems you're having, okay? You need to show me the problems that you're having so that I can chime in and tell you exactly what to do differently to get the right result, okay? So this is how you can be successful going through the course. So here's what features in the course and what you have access to. 20 different training topics, 20 different training exercises, and 20 different training drills. Everything that you see here. And all of this is composed of 145 untrained dogs plus their owners, okay? Not all owners are in there, but 145 untrained dogs. Everything I'm gonna show you is gonna be with dogs who have never done what it is that we're doing. It's the dog's very first time doing it, and they're learning it right there in the moment. So you're gonna see how quickly I teach them something, even though they have no idea what's going on. And you're gonna see and hear all the coaching I give to the owners so that they improve in real time, because they're gonna be making all kinds of mistakes with their timing, their movements, or leash pressure, and all that kind of stuff. You're gonna know exactly what to do to be able to get the kind of results that you want with your dog, right? Now, these 20 training exercises are composed of things like this: food exercises, a priming video to teach your dog to walk perfectly, healing videos to teach our dogs to walk perfectly, crate training, place in bed command, threshold exercises, setting boundaries in the house, duration work, walking indoor exercises, sits and downs, recall exercises, entrance drills, teaching our dogs a break while we're out walking, car drill exercises, long line loose leash walking, and exercise, all right? So this is what features in my course in terms of training drills. And I also have 4 very specific videos for you to watch in case you're having any of these issues. If your dog is fearful at all towards people and barks and distrusts people coming in the house, you need to watch this video. I'm going to show you exactly what I do with these fearful, hesitant, distrusting dogs towards people to help them overcome these challenges, okay? Also, if your dog has separation anxiety and barks all the time, whines and cries when you're out of the room or leaving the house, I'll show you exactly what you want to start working on in order to help your dog out of this predicament. Or if you have a dog that jumps all the time nonstop and just jumps on everybody who walks through the door, or if you have a dog that humps on you nonstop, or if you have a dog that's nipping you all the time, so jumping, humping, or nipping, watch this video. I'm going to show you how to stop this once and for all. Also, I have a bonus section in my course with 9 bonus videos to help you with specific things that you might be struggling with. So for example, you might have a dog that bites on the leash all the time, nonstop. If this is happening to you, and if you have a dog like this, I'll show you exactly what we want to do to stop this once and for all, and very quickly and easily. Or if you have a dog that objects walking on the leash and objects to leash pressure, once again, you need to see and learn how we help these dogs out of this predicament so that we can teach them to walk perfectly. Or perhaps you have a dog that's fearful of stepping on the wooden floor in the basement. If this is the case, I'm going to show you exactly what we want to do to help this dog out of this predicament, all right? So check out my bonus section of the course. I have 9 videos there that might be helpful for you if you're struggling with any of the things I can help you with there. And lastly, this is the official course layout right here, okay? We are at the introduction part of the course right here in the education section. After this video, there's 3 more topics for you to cover that are part of your education. The 7 key fundamentals, how to teach a dog to walk, collars and pressure, and how to use training collars. Once we're done this, we start the training for real. And the training is broken up into 4 categories: indoor foundation, indoor advanced foundation, outdoor foundation, and outdoor advanced foundation. Okay, so 2 foundations inside, 2 foundations outside, all right? And the most important training that you're gonna be doing throughout this entire course is the heel videos, okay? The heel videos is where we teach our dogs to walk with us perfectly, all right? It's broken up into 6 phases: heel 1 of 6, heel 2 of 6, 3 of 6, 4 of 6, 5 of 6, and lastly 6 of 6. These are the most important training videos throughout this entire course. There's nothing more valuable and important for you to train your dog to walk right next to you. Because when your dog knows to walk right next to you, despite the environment and all the distractions, that's when you know you have a great relationship where you're leading and your dog is following. And by the way, heel phase 6 of 6, the last section of the course, is where we address your dog's reactivity. In this section of the course, you're going to have access to 15 different reactive dogs ranging in difficulty level to train. And as you watch these videos, you'll see everything for yourself, unedited and behind the scenes, in terms of what we need to do to calm our reactive dogs down and have them be able to walk calmly past other dogs. We want to desensitize them to other dogs, socialize them, and familiarize them with other dogs. And all of this is featured in heel phase 6 of 6, the last part of the course, once you and your dog have been through all the other training. So thank you for watching this part of the video on the roadmap to your success and how the course is laid out. And lastly, number 4, I want to talk to you about the equipment needed and the equipment recommended throughout this course, plus some words of encouragement. So here's the equipment needed and recommended to go through the course. Number 1, I'm sure you already have a collar, but I'm going to recommend ideally getting a belt style collar. These belt style collars are more sturdy and more reliable. I don't recommend you getting a buckle snap collar. These buckle snaps can break and they can loosen on their own over time. Number 2, I'm sure you already have a leash. Ideally, all you need is a 4 to 6 foot regular nylon leash. Okay, that's all you need. I don't recommend you getting a metal leash. Metal leashes are heavy and clunky and they're not comfortable to work with, and so are biotane leashes. Biotane have a strange material. I personally don't like working with them, so just get yourself a regular 4 to 6 foot nylon leash. And if you have 2 dogs, get yourself a Y-shaped leash. A Y-shaped leash allows you to have 1 leash that connects to 2 dogs. That way you avoid having 2 leashes in your hands and getting all tangled up with yourself and your dogs. Okay, not ideal at all. Number 3, I recommend you get a long line leash. Ideally, 15 feet is all you need. A regular 15-foot long line nylon leash is all you need, not a retractable leash, all right? This is very different. Don't get a retractable leash. Number 4, get yourself a clicker. They cost about $2 online, and some high value treats. We are going to be using treats throughout the course sometimes, all right? And I recommend things like freeze-dried salmon or freeze-dried liver. This is something very healthy for dogs, and dogs usually love these kind of treats. Number 5, I recommend you get a crate, and iCrate is the brand that I recommend you get. Okay, get yourself an iCrate. The right size, not too small, okay? It's very important that there's more than enough room in there. Do not make it small. Make sure your dog can stand up, turn around, walk around, and lay down, okay? So make sure it's the right size, not too small, and not a traveling crate, okay? The 2 are very different. Do not get a traveling crate for training. Get yourself an iCrate for training. Number 6, I recommend maybe getting a playpen. A playpen is a fantastic substitute for a crate, or it's something that you can also attach to your crate, giving your dog more room to move around and stretch their legs when you're away at work, if leaving your dog in the crate or in the playpen is something that you're doing or want to be doing. Number 7, I recommend you getting 2 beds for your dog. Most people just have 1 dog bed. I recommend get 2, that way you can have 1 in the bedroom and 1 in the living room. Plus, as we go through the course, you're going to see that we can use these dog beds to bounce the dog around during training. And lastly, number 8, I recommend you keep an open mind to potentially getting a training collar, right? As you go through the course, you can use whatever collar collar you want to train your dog. Everything I'm going to be doing in my course, you can try doing with whatever collar you like and put whatever you want at the end of that leash. It's completely up to you. However, keep an open mind to potentially getting a training collar as you learn more about them in the course and as you see me using them in the course. Because with these training collars, we can get a much better result, which is very important for us and our dogs. And last but not least, you can do this, everyone. You really can, okay? It's a learning curve. Take it step by step, day by day. It's a learning curve, everyone. This is new for you. So you're gonna improve slowly but surely, okay? But trust me when I tell you, you can do this. So remain consistent with your commitment, remain consistent with your effort, and remain consistent with your discipline. That way you can be successful for both you and your dog as you go through the course. Also, I wrote 3 tries equals 1 try. So do lots of repetitions. So what I mean by 3 tries equals 1 try is I want you to put yourself in the mindset that you trying something 3 times is the equivalent of actually trying once, okay? Because if you just try something once and you're like, oh, it's not working, I watched how Michael did it, I followed his instructions, I couldn't do it, my dog wasn't listening, I give up. Do not do that, okay? Train your dog for 2, 3, 4 minutes, take a break, try again for 2, 3, 4 minutes, take a break, try again for 2, 3, 4 minutes. This equals 1 try, okay? Do not become discouraged in the beginning. Remember, it's a learning curve. So 3 tries equals 1 try. Always remember that. And lastly, your dog loves being led, guided, and communicated with by you, okay? They feel loved, they feel focused on, they feel attended to, and cared for. So love them by leading them, okay? Your dog loves to spend time with you. It wants to learn from you. It wants to listen. It wants to get tuned in and paired up with you, okay? So go through the course 1 video at a time. We're about to dive into the 7 key fundamentals now. So get your notebooks out, get ready to learn, observe, take notes, and practice what I'm gonna ask you to practice, okay? Thank you so much for watching this introduction video, and I'll see you in the next part of the course.